Despite being one of the youngest car brands in India, Kia is among the top sellers today. They owe much of their success to the first car they launched back in 2019, the Seltos. Today, we have almost 6 lakh Seltos SUVs on our road, making it one of the best sellers in the segment. We are soon going to be in 2026, and Kia is all set to launch the new Seltos. This is the second generation Seltos. As you can see, it gets an all-new design. What you probably cannot see is that it is now bigger in size, giving you more space and comfort on the inside. It also has new technology and connectivity features and a lot more safety, thanks to an all-new platform. Yes, the new Seltos gets Kia's global K3 platform that has made this as the safest Seltos yet. We are in Bengaluru for a test drive and tell you all about it. Let's get started. In terms of dimensions, the new Seltos has grown by a significant margin. Compared to the current Seltos, it is 95mm longer and 30mm wider. Height has reduced by 10mm, while the wheelbase has increased by 80mm. Ground clearance has also increased by 10mm. Starting with the front design, this has been one of the biggest talking points ever since the global debut on 10th December. Some people love the way it looks, others don't. But honestly, when you see it in the real world, it does come across as a modern SUV with a strong and imposing road presence. On the bonnet, you have got these contours which really add to the SUV stance and make it look more solid. Panel gaps are even and the paint quality feels premium as well. Up front, you get these LED DRLs that start from here and run almost all the way down towards the bumper. Next to that is the headlamp cluster, which houses both the LED DRLs and the LED headlights. The vertical lights you see are the DRLs, while the horizontal ones are the actual headlights. Let me switch them on and show you how they look. So in total, you have 5 vertical and 2 horizontal LED units here. Kia calls this setup the Intense Ice Cube LED projection headlamps with star map LED DRLs. The first 2 vertical LED DRLs also double up as turn indicators. Out of the 2 horizontal LED units, the upper one is the low beam, while the lower one handles the high beam. Light throw at night is actually really good. And yes, LED headlights and LED DRLs are standard on the new Seltos, which is a big plus. In the center, you get this new black grille with Kia's signature tiger face design. The grille looks quite interesting and premium, finished in gloss black with these dark chrome elements up front. The front camera is neatly integrated into the grille, so it doesn't look like an add-on. And just above it on the bonnet, you have the new 3D Kia logo finished in silver, which adds to the upmarket feel. This is how the lower part of the front looks. You get LED fog lamps on either side, and in the center there's the lower grille, which also houses the ADAS module. Lower down, you have these 4 silver inserts that further enhance the SUV-like appeal of the new Seltos. Just like the Cirrus, the new Seltos also has 6 parking sensors in the front, 1 each on the wheel arches and 4 integrated in the bumper. Together, they cover a wider area and give much better guidance. Through the windshield on the top, you can see the ADAS camera there. These are the new Aero-type wiper blades on the new Seltos. They come as standard across all variants. And this is how the underbody looks from the front. Everything is nicely covered and well protected, which is reassuring when you're driving on rough roads or bad patches. Moving to the side, you can clearly see the strong character lines running across the body, which gives the Seltos a solid and sporty stance. The wheel arches are finished in the same gloss black treatment that we saw at the front, tying the design together very nicely. This car gets 18-inch dual-tone alloy wheels and they look really good. In the center, you have this gloss black hard plastic insert with the Kia logo. And behind the wheel, you can see the disc brakes with neon-colored calipers, which are exclusive to the GT line trims and add a nice sporty touch. Tire size remains the same as old Seltos at 215 by 55 section. Now, the tire brand can vary. This one that you are seeing is the diesel version and it is running on Apollo Aptera tires. The petrol variant we drove was shot with MRF Wanderer tires. One good thing is that the tire sidewall is nicely insulated, which also helps in cutting down road noise inside the cabin. The ORVMs get a nice dual-tone finish with black and body color, and they look sleek, sporty and quite premium. You get LED turn indicators here, blind spot indicators, and there's also a neatly integrated camera for the 360-degree view. Moving to the doors, you have these flush type handles which are standard across all variants. From HTK onwards, these pop out automatically, making it easier to open the door. Up on top, you get roof rails finished in gloss black. They do add to the SUV look, but do note that these are not functional, as clearly mentioned here, the do not load marking. You also get this rear quarter glass, which visually makes the cabin feel more spacious. Just below that on the side, you have the fuel filler lid. At the rear as well, you get disc brakes with neon brake calipers. What's actually impressive is that Kia is offering disc brakes on all four wheels right from the base variant of the new Seltos, which is a big plus for safety. And just like the front, the rear tire sidewall is also nicely insulated. Down here, you can see a nice mix of body color and black gloss elements, which really adds to the modern look of the Seltos. Let me also show you the underbody. It looks quite neat and well finished. There's a proper underbody protection in place, which is important considering the kind of road conditions we usually drive on. Moving to the rear, the design has been completely revised. The highlight here is this new star map LED connected tail lamp. It adds a very premium character to the rear and looks really good on the road, especially at night. Up top, you get a shark fin antenna and a roof spoiler with an LED stop lamp, which is again a standard feature. The rear wiper is neatly hidden behind the spoiler, and that really helps keep the rear looking clean. On the left, you have Seltos branding, the Kia logo sits in the center, and the rear camera is seamlessly integrated into the connected LED tail lamp unit. On the right, you get GT line badging. Just like the front, rear also gets 6 parking sensors. 2 are placed on the rear wheel arches, while 4 are on the lower bumper, together helping you judge better while driving through tight spots. This is the smart key of the new Seltos. You get buttons for lock, unlock, boot open, and a hold function. If you long press the hold button while the car is locked, the engine starts remotely. It's a really handy feature, especially when you want to cool or warm the cabin before you even open the door. The key also gets a proximity sensor. So even if the key is in your pocket, as soon as you walk close to the car, all 4 doors unlock automatically and the flush door handles pop out. Walk away from the car and it locks itself again with the handles going back flush. These are genuinely useful everyday features. What's nice is that Kia is offering keyless entry and central locking as standard across variants, while the smart key with push button start and proximity function comes in from the HTE variant onwards. You can also open or close the driver's side window using the key without even unlocking the car. It might sound like a small thing, but in real life situations like quickly letting hot air out on a sunny day, this feature can be genuinely useful. As this is the GT line variant, it has smoky black and white dual tone interiors. Tech line on the other hand gets brown and grey finish, while the X line gets smoky black and hunter green interiors. The cabin really feels premium with good interior quality of materials all around. Starting with the driver door, you have soft touch here at the top as well as here on the side. The silver door handles feel nice and sturdy. Next to it are the seat ventilation controls for driver and 2 custom seat memory settings. Pressing it will bring the seat and ORVM in your preset memory position. On the door pad, you get the ORVM adjustment controls, lock and unlock button, and switches for all 4 power windows. Interestingly, only the driver window gets one touch up and down feature. Still, it's good to see that Kia is offering all 4 power windows as standard, right from the base variant. Here you have some storage space to keep your loose change, keys and small items. Below that there's a bottle holder along with more space to store your stuff. One of the Bose speakers is here as well. The lower half of this white section is hard plastic, while the upper part where you rest your arm gets a soft touch finish. You also get ambient lighting on the door, which really adds to the premium feel of the cabin, especially at night. The leatherette seats come in a nice dual tone theme and look quite modern. I really like this netted headrest support. It gives the cabin a very unique touch. Seat cushioning is good and they feel comfortable even on longer drives. In the top variant, the driver gets a 10-way powered seat, while HTK and HTX variants come with an 8-way powered driver seat. You also get a height adjustable seat belt for the driver. Let me now sit in the driver's seat and start the car to show you the start sequence on the display. You also get this sporty 3-spoke flat-bottom steering wheel, finished in the same dual-tone theme as the cabin. It feels really nice to hold and adds to the sporty vibe. It gets both tilt and telescopic adjust, so finding a comfortable driving position is easy. On the right side, you have controls for voice command, a favorite button which you can set to open any function you want on the touchscreen, along with phone and audio controls. On the left side of the steering wheel, you have the cruise control button along with controls to toggle through the instrument cluster. Things like the odometer, trip meter, tire pressure readings, and more. You also get lane keep assist and adaptive cruise control settings here. The white part in the center is the horn. On the third spoke of the steering wheel, you'll find the drive mode and traction mode selector. You get 3 drive modes, Eco, Normal, and Sport, and 3 traction modes, Snow, Mud, and Sand. These drive and traction modes are standard across all automatic variants of the new Seltos. Behind the steering wheel, you get pedal shifters, and these are standard on all automatic variants. On right side, you have the controls for automatic headlights, fog lamps, and turn indicators. On the other stock, you get the automatic wipers, and this is how the washer spray looks. Nice and wide across the windshield, and the wipers do a good job of cleaning. Down here, you get the controls for traction and stability control, hill descent assist, and electronic parking brake. Just below that, this lever opens the fuel lid, and this one here is for opening the bonnet. With GT line, you get metal pedals for brake and accelerator. Now let me open the bonnet and show you something interesting. The new Seltos gets gas struts as standard, which makes lifting and closing this heavy bonnet really easy. You don't have to struggle with it at all. The front passenger door gets pretty much the same treatment as the driver's side. You have the power window switch, seat ventilation button, and soft touch premium materials all around. There's good storage space on the door, and you also get this handy in-car dustbin. The front passenger seat, however, is not electrically adjustable like the driver's seat. Also, the glove box is a regular one. It doesn't get soft open or cooling feature. The dashboard is finished in this smoky black theme. On the top, you get premium hard plastics, while the section here in front is soft touch, which adds to the upmarket feel. The AC vents are nicely integrated into the dashboard design. You also get ambient lighting on the dashboard, which really lifts the cabin vibe. The front door feels heavy, and you get a reassuring thud when you shut it. Now, this is the highlight inside. The 30-inch Trinity panoramic display. It's actually a combination of 3 screens, similar to what we have seen earlier in the Syros. Together, it gives the cabin a very modern and tech-loaded feel. The touchscreen is packed with all the features you'd expect, including wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You also get the same 8-speaker Bose sound system that was offered on the older Seltos, and it still sounds really good, with clear vocals and punchy bass. What's really interesting is that even the base variant of the new Seltos gets a 10.25-inch touchscreen with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, along with a 6-speaker sound system. One really nice touch here is that along with the touchscreen, you still get proper physical buttons for things like media, volume, maps, and more. Even the dual zone AC has physical controls. The buttons feel solid and premium to use, something you honestly don't see very often in this SUV segment. Down here, you get 3 Type-C USB ports and a wireless charger. What I really like is the rubber padding on the charging pad. It keeps your phone in place and protected from jerks while driving. This small detail actually makes a big difference in real-world use. The gear lever feels nice and chunky and has a good grip when you hold it. Right next to it, you have the start-stop button, auto hold, parking sensors, and the 360-degree camera shortcut. You also get cup holders in the center, which can be neatly hidden away using this sliding cover. And then there's a foldable center armrest. Open it up and you'll find decent storage space along with a 12-volt socket inside. Up here, you have the auto-dimming IRVM along with SOS, towing, and Kia Connect buttons. Just above that are the cabin LED light controls and the sunroof switch. The new Seltos continues to get a panoramic sunroof like before, and it's a nice big one. It really makes the cabin feel bright and airy. The sun visors are finished in soft touch material and do a decent job. When you swing them towards the side window, they work fine, although an extendable sun visor would have offered a better protection. The front passenger sun visor comes with a vanity mirror. Moving to the rear door, you get retractable sun blinds, which really add to the comfort, especially on sunny days. The door pad feels premium too, with soft touch padding on the upper section as well as on the armrest. You have the power window switch here, a solid feeling silver door handle, a speaker, and a decent storage space for bottles and small items. The rear seats follow the same dual-tone theme as the front, and they look just as premium. I have set the front passenger seat to my seating position, and even then there's plenty of legroom at the back thanks to the longer wheelbase. Thigh support is good, headroom is decent, and you also get a recline function, which really helps on longer drives. There's a center armrest with cup holders that gives good arm support. And behind the front seats, you get seat back pockets to store things like newspapers or even a laptop. Rear passengers also get AC vents, a small phone storage area below it, and two Type-C charging ports, one on each front seat. Rear passengers also get their own cabin LED lights, which is always useful at night. There's a hook here to hang your coat or jacket, and the roof-mounted grab handles come with a soft close action, so they don't snap back loudly. Small details like these really add to the overall comfort. You can also secure the seatbelt like this when not in use. It keeps the buckle in place and stops it from making that annoying clacking noise while the car is moving. Now, let's take a look at the boot space. New Seltos does not get a powered tailgate, but the space is quite decent at 447 liters, which is actually 14 liters more than the older Seltos. You also get a parcel tray, a boot light, and a few hooks to secure your luggage. The subwoofer is placed here. If you need more space, the rear seats can be folded down to create a large, flat loading area. Under the boot floor, you'll find a first aid kit, tool kit, and a 17-inch steel spare wheel with a 215 by 60 section tire. One more feature that's worth mentioning here is this boot open lever on the inside. Kia has added this as an emergency release, so if someone ever gets stuck inside the cabin, it can be opened from within. It's a small detail, but it can be a very important safety feature and definitely good to see. New Kia Seltos is offered in a choice of 2 petrol and 1 diesel engine option. GT line variants are only offered with automatic, DCT or IMT. If you want a manual option with top variant, it is not on offer. This is the diesel variant of the new Seltos. It is powered by the same 1.5-litre engine which powered the earlier Seltos. It delivers 115 PS of power and 250 Nm of torque. You get 6-speed manual and 6-speed automatic transmission options. The one we are driving is the 6-speed automatic. Since this is the same engine, the refinement levels are pretty much the same as well. You can definitely hear the engine when you push it, but it never gets loud or irritating. Talking about the petrol engine, the one we are driving is the 1.5-litre turbo, delivering 160 PS of power and 253 Nm of torque. It is mated to a 7-speed DCT. You also get a 1.5-litre naturally aspirated motor, which delivers 115 PS and 144 Nm of torque. As soon as you start driving, you can feel that something has changed. The new Seltos is now based on Kia's global K3 platform, and honestly, it makes a big difference to the way this car drives. It feels more planted on the road and a lot more confident than before. Starting with the petrol engine, it feels smooth and refined, especially at low speeds. At idle and during city driving, the engine stays calm and quiet inside the cabin, which makes daily commuting comfortable. Throttle response is decent. There's a bit of a turbo lag if you push hard suddenly, but once the engine gets going, power delivery is smooth and predictable. Acceleration from 0 to 100 is achieved in under 10 seconds. For city driving and relaxed highway cruising, the petrol feels easy and stress-free. The DCT gearbox pairs well with the petrol engine. Gear shifts are quick, making overtaking a fun activity. All in all, you don't really feel the car working hard. Compared to the petrol, the diesel feels more relaxed and easygoing. It's not as punchy or quick, simply because it's not as powerful as the petrol turbo. It can still reach high speeds, but it takes a bit more time to get there. Acceleration from 0 to 100 takes about 15 seconds. Once in triple-digit speeds, the SUV feels stable. Ride quality is one of the strong points of the Seltos. The suspension is tuned on the softer side, which works well on our road conditions. It absorbs potholes and broken patches nicely, keeping the cabin comfortable. The steering is light and easy at low speeds, which makes driving through traffic and tight spaces effortless. It doesn't offer a lot of feedback, but that's not really the focus here. At higher speeds, the steering weighs up nicely, and the car feels stable and planted. Body roll is present when you push hard through corners, but for normal driving, it feels safe and predictable. Braking performance is confidence-inspiring. The brakes offer a decent bite and bring the car to a stop without drama. For everyday driving and highway runs, braking feels adequate and reassuring. Here is us doing a braking from 80 km per hour. NVH levels are well managed overall. Road and wind noise are controlled well. Though at higher speeds, some noise does creep into the cabin, but it is still one of the best refined vehicle in the segment. One thing I really liked about the new Seltos is how quick and responsive it is in everyday use. There's hardly any delay at all. You start the car, put on your seatbelt, slot the gear, and you're already moving. The electronic parking brake releases quickly, so there's no waiting around. And when you shift it into park mode, the electronic parking brake engages automatically, so you can step out confidently without worrying. Maneuvering the Seltos is also very easy. Whether it's reversing or making quick U-turns, everything feels effortless. The system is responsive and the 360-degree camera makes getting out of tight spots feel like a cakewalk. The 200mm ground clearance really comes in handy, and we experienced that firsthand. Whether it was rough road patches or steep ramps like the one we had to go through while exiting this building, the new Seltos handled everything with ease. At no point did the underbody scrape, which is reassuring for everyday driving on our roads. The LED headlights are really good. Visibility is excellent, and you can clearly see what's ahead while driving at night. Inside the cabin, night drives feel even better because of the ambient lighting. It changes with the drive modes, and if you want, you can also choose your own color from 64 different options available. To improve overall safety, new Kia Seltos has done huge improvements, starting with the global K3 platform, which is underpinning an India-made car for the first time. The platform comes with higher usage of high-strength steel, making it more stable and safer. Plus, Kia has included 24 standard safety features like 6 airbags, TPMS, ABS, ESC, all-wheel disc brakes, etc. With 21 autonomous ADAS Level 2 features on offer, driving the new Seltos not only feels convenient but also safer. All the ADAS features work quite well and have been tuned for our road conditions. Concluding our first drive review of the new Kia Seltos, we can say that this one here is a huge step forward in the right direction. It is setting some serious new benchmarks when it comes to engine refinement, space, connected technology, interior fit and finish, and so on. If Kia gets the pricing of this SUV right on the 2nd of January 2026, rivals need to watch out for this badass. Thank you for watching.